Deep within a forest, the sun barely reached the ground. Giant trees stood tall, their branches intertwining to form a leafy canopy overhead. This was the domain of a magnificent lion, the undisputed king of the forest. His roar echoed through the trees, a sound both thrilling and terrifying. He moved with grace and power, his golden fur shimmering in the dappled sunlight. All creatures respected him, some with fear and some with awe. One day the lion was on his usual patrol. He sniffed the air, alert to every sound and scent. The forest was his home, and he knew every inch of it. Suddenly a new sound reached his ears. It was a soft whimpering, out of place in the usual symphony of the forest. The whimpering led the lion to a clearing. There, huddled beneath a bush, was a small, lost dog. He was just a puppy, with big brown eyes and a trembling tail. He was clearly terrified and alone. The lion approached cautiously, his massive size casting a shadow over the little dog. The dog cowered, whimpering softly. He was helpless and vulnerable, a stark contrast to the powerful creature before him. The lion could have easily harmed the dog. He was, after all, a predator, and the dog his prey. But something in the dog's eyes, perhaps its sheer vulnerability, touched the lion's heart. Instead of pouncing, the lion lowered himself to the ground, his gaze softening. He let out a low rumble, not a roar, but a sound of reassurance. The dog, sensing no immediate danger, slowly lifted his head. He looked at the lion, his tail still tucked between his legs. The lion, in response, gently nudged the dog with his nose. It was a gesture of comfort, a sign of peace. The dog, surprised by the lion's kindness, tentatively licked the lion's nose. And so began the most unlikely of friendships. The lion, used to the company of other lions, found himself drawn to the dog's playful nature. The dog, no longer alone or afraid, discovered a protector and a friend in the king of the forest. They spent their days exploring the forest together, the large lion and the small dog, an odd but heartwarming sight. Their bond was tested one day when a pack of wild dogs entered the lion's territory. They were fierce and hungry, their eyes fixed on the small dog. The lion stood protectively in front of his little friend, his mane bristling, his roar shaking the ground. The wild dogs, intimidated by the lion's ferocity, backed down and disappeared into the undergrowth. The small dog, unharmed, licked the lion's nose in gratitude. Their friendship, forged in kindness and trust, had been tested and had emerged stronger. The lion and the dog, two creatures from different worlds, had found common ground in the heart of the forest, proving that friendship can indeed bloom in the most unexpected places.